Success is getting what you want. You may have different aims, desires, ambitions, but you are successful only when you get what you desire, only when you fulfill your desires, goals. So, how to get successful? If you knew exactly what to do to get successful, you'll get successful. So, what is it that you need to do? The first and foremost thing that you need to do is to have a clear picture of what you want. There is no point in working for something when you don't exactly know what that something is in the first place. So, know exactly what you want to have in your life. And when you have a clear picture of what you want to have, then you can start forging your path. Every action has a consequence. Every action does. There is no action without a consequence. An action cannot stand on its own. The problem is we act, but we do not notice the consequence. We do not understand exactly what the consequence is. We do not care to see the consequence. Because if we noticed the consequence, if we could really understand, really see what the consequence is, then we can match that consequence with our ideal picture that we had seen. We could match it and we could see if this action has taken us closer to our ideal picture or away from it. So it's just a matter of taking action, matching the consequence of that action with your ideal picture, and course correcting. It's just that you take an action, you see whether the result of that action has taken you closer to the goal, and if not, you change your action. And if we find that a particular action has taken us closer, we can repeat that action, and if not, we can stop that action. Here we are almost acting like a scientist. A scientist experiments, and the results of that experiment gives him data about his course, about his path, and using that data he can course correct himself. That's what we have to do. Author M.J. DeMarco calls this process the 3A method, and the 3 A's are act, assess, and adjust. You act, you see your consequence, that is, you assess it, and then you make adjustments in your action, and you repeat the process until your results and your ideal picture starts becoming one. That is the only way of achieving anything you want. When you start seeing things this way, you take a lot of burden off of your shoulders, because now success is not about you, it's not about your beliefs, your opinions, your perception of the world. Success is impersonal. It is just the result of a cause. So you may be a good person, or you may be the greatest sinner. It doesn't matter. You may be an extrovert or an introvert. You may be a believer or an atheist. It doesn't matter, because success is impersonal. It is just the result of a cause. And so is failure. Failure is also impersonal. It is just the result of a cause. So if you have failed, don't sit and start saying that, oh, I have failed. Oh, I'm such a failure. I'm such a loser. Success and failure both are impersonal. It's not about you. Success and failure are just the results of some actions. So don't expect to be successful just because you are a good person, just because you are nice to people, just because you believe in God, or just because you go to the church. And don't expect to be a failure if you do not believe in these things, if you have a low self-esteem, if you are not confident. Anything related to you does not affect success. So have a clear picture in your mind. Take action, and when you get some result, match that result with your ideal picture. If it has taken you closer to the goal, repeat the action. If it hasn't, stop that action and take another one, and repeat this process. This is the only way to get successful.